Do you feel like you have an accent and that you find to be a very, very difficult thing when it comes to speaking English? Maybe because you commonly have to deal with international clients who speak much fluent English than you, and you find it very, very embarrassing because time and again you're asked to repeat yourself, or you are told by your team or your clients that you're not clear enough. Well, if that sounds like you, here are some suggestions from my end that can help you reduce the impact of the accent in your speaking, and at the same time how to come out as a more clear and eloquent speaker. Well, first of all, first thing I always tell to all our students, and one thing I do want to emphasize in this video over and over again, is that the accent is part of your identity. Your accent is largely coming from your first mother tongue, which you were introduced when you were as a kid, and that will almost always going to last. Some people work very hard and almost diminish its impact, but if that's not you and you're already in the middle 30s, well, you don't have to worry, because having an accent still isn't bad. Because even let's talk about the people in the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, all of these spoken English countries, they do have different accents. Even among the regional parts of the United States, there are different accents. People should own their accent, and so should you. So you shouldn't worry about having an accent. That gives you unique identity. That's it. That accent might obviously be hindering some of your speech clarity, but that can actually be fixed. So how can we go about fixing those speech clarity issues? Well, first of all, speak slowly. That can solve 80% of your problems right there. If you speak slowly, regardless of your accent, it'll be easier for people to process and understand what you're saying. And trust me, if you may feel that you're speaking slowly already, but you aren't, and if you feel it's very uncomfortable and people feel you're boring, trust me, even when you're speaking slowly, most people will consider it to be fast as well. It's just time works differently for a speaker and a listener. Okay, when you're speaking, it just feels like that time is going by very, very fast and you have to speak everything quickly, but that isn't really the case. And I encourage you to get used to it. Speak slowly. That's the number one solution. It may seem like very simple, and that is because it is, but it is hard. Most people find it hard to speak slowly, but I tell you, it can be done. Be focused on every word you're saying, every syllable you're pronouncing, and you'll notice that you're speaking slowly, and automatically clarity has to come by without changing any single thing about you. Next, identify the common scenarios and mock practice them. I've said this like 100 million times, and I'm probably going to keep repeating it. And that is that speaking is a performing art. You do it in front of public, in front of other people. That's it. You won't be doing it all the time in all part of the world. You are talking about the client meetings. Learn what you have to know. You have to speak in those client meetings. By now, you must have an idea. Rehearse those settings with your friends and office members, and mock practice them all out. The more you prepare, the more you will be confident, because if you have prepared your answers well, and like somebody asks for clarifications, you wouldn't suddenly just become conscious. You would be able to respond them better. And at times it's entirely possible that people are actually asking questions based on the content of what you're saying and not because of their clarity. But you might be so nervous that you feel that they're actually wondering that if you're clear or not. So be prepared. As prepared as you are, the smoother the things will go. And finally, obviously, I do encourage you to improve your overall clarity. And one of the best ways to improve clarity in English is to use tongue twisters. You can find a whole set of tongue twisters by just googling around on the internet, but using these small simple tongue twisters can make a huge difference. For example, a tongue twister like Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter was bitter, so she bought a bit of better butter. And one advice I would give you while speaking and practicing with tongue twisters is that in the beginning, do it very, very slowly. Yes, you might have seen in game shows where they ask you to speak it very, very fast, but we are not in a game show. We are trying to improve your clarity of speaking. So when you practice these tongue twisters, start slowly. Obviously, get them to a faster pace, so that at a faster pace. But in the beginning, just focus on clarity that you can achieve, and do not try to be fast at the cost of clarity. Clarity is super important in communication. Once you are able to achieve clarity, you will realize that you no longer have to worry about accent or any such issues. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please like and share with your friends and family, and I would love to see you in the next video. Till then, also let me know in the comment section if there's anything else or doubts you have, or do you face any particular challenges with respect to clarity and accent in spoken English. Thank you.